Hello there, this is Nheir, and this is Fragrant Story. This is a game by Squire Games and William Kage, who I happen to be a really big fan of. So before we get any further, massive shout out to them, Squire Games and William Kage, for giving me an early version of this game to essentially review, to play, and to share with you guys, and show you what's so cool about Fragrant Story. So we are just going to jump right into it. We're not going to spend too much time finagling with things, because I do want you to see the gameplay first and foremost, and just kind of what is here and what's available, and try to restrict myself from geeking out too much. So right there in the main menu, we're going to story. We're going to the first mission, which is Let Us Fight. And the only thing, yeah, we're going to make sure everything is standard. And I'm going to let you guys enjoy this cutscene and this voice acting. Let me know in the comments if you recognize this voice actor before I say who it is.
So, you've decided to lend your skills to the ancient aroma. A wise decision. After all, it is the noblest of pursuits. But first, you must take an oath. You must make a solemn promise to protect and appreciate all the plants you once took for granted. Yes, we must even bow our heads to the humble weeds and thorns. Only then will we truly begin to blossom. Right, it's time to ready those redolent roots of yours and show Flower Guard what you're capable of.
Yeah, I bet some of you are getting that already. I mean, if you don't know, that's Gideon Emery. That is the voice of Balthier from Final Fantasy XII, and that is just so cool. Also, like, I can't help it, but the Grain Gunner looks like Grahatia, right? Like, am I crazy? I don't know. But anyway, we're just gonna try and just give a little showcase here of the game. We're not going to play the whole three stages.
Defenders of Flower Guard, please step forward. You have taken an oath to protect this land. The plants are pleased. Go and let your bravery blossom.
Yeah, you may have noticed some of the voice acting and the text on screen didn't exactly line up there. Again, this is the early version of the game. Chapter 1, Perfume Plains.
Ah, yes. Another lovely morning. Or it would be, if it weren't for those fiends approaching. What's the matter? Thought you wouldn't see any trouble on your first day? Come on. Time to show these ne'er-do-wells that flowers can fight back.
Alright, so first things first, gameplay is very tactics-like. It's grid-based. Your movement is based on those little foot icons down there at the bottom of the screen. And yeah, so we can just move anywhere that is blue. Rhubarb does this nice little flip. I think they all do, actually. But yeah, and I'm right up next to this guy, so I can go ahead and hit him. This is the spinner. This is essentially how all attacks are done. Whether you see it or not, depending on the settings that you choose. Landing in that standard kind of beigeish color is just going to be 1 point of damage. If you land where it's like red and fiery, that's a crit that does 2 points of damage. And since this Bramblebee has 1 shield, that is there on the spinner, and if I hit that, I will do no damage. I will simply take that shield from them. Yeah, and that is 1 Bramblebee down. Yeah, so combat is more or less pretty basic. 1 kill is 1 XP, is like 1 little star there in the bottom left. And we're just going to have Ash flip his way on over and just give a good wooden bat swing and see if I can... Nope. I thought I figured out some sauce. I thought I figured out that with the spinner, when playing on normal difficulty, because depending on the difficulty, the spinners are slightly different, and I'll do a comparison then have that up on screen maybe like right now. And you can see that the timings are different there based on practice, normal, and hard. But I figured that on normal, there's like maybe like a 2-second delay, whereas on hard, there's no gauging. It's pretty much random. I'm gonna let these enemies come to me. I should have summoned a bee at least. I should have had Jory over here. Summon his bee. Yeah, Bree the Perfumador has an attack range of like 3. And that's, I think they like just like throw a little vial. And they have Snack Time, which is a healing move and a buffing move. It can give people their crits back or shields back. It's a really useful ability. I typically take Bree into every fight. Doesn't mean I win though. The third fight in this chapter, I have died many a time. But yeah, here I'm gonna try and make them miss by timing this correctly. Yep, and just like that, their Bramblebee does not damage my Helper Bee. I don't know that I can reach them with anybody. Kinda, sorta, yeah. And then the Helper Bee should do the cleanup, I think. Do have to roll for it, though. And there you go. One more enemy showing up. But yeah, there's a lot of cool abilities like Drain Vine, Papaya's move that I Scattershot. Is really cool. You can hit like every enemy within a certain range depending on how many like seeds that Papaya carries. Let him try to come to us. Yeah, there you go. There's a crit. So yeah, all in all, the logistics of the fights are not super complicated, and for winning fights, you get stanks. It smells good. It smells good to win fights. So outside of the story mode, we do have challenges, and we do have the quick start option, which is just random fight in a selected area. Basically, you pick where you want to go, it picks your characters, and just throws you right on in. I believe that this might be just kind of a place where you can practice or kind of work on some of the AP challenges for the different characters, where if you fulfill certain conditions a certain number of times, it'll unlock additional effects of their different moves. But outside of that, you can spend these stanks here in the ticket shop to unlock challenges. You can buy challenge keys. I've purchased a couple here, but there are many more, and the more you play story, the more there are to buy. We will be right back to the ticket shop here in a sec, but I just wanted to show you how challenges are just kind of additional content outside of story for you to play. We're going to do this one because I just know a way to just do it very easily. But they're all fun little challenges. This one is obviously called Bees. And the reason I like it so much, at least for our buddy Ross here, is that you can kind of just come in here and use his special ability, Minty Oil. Instantly removes all insects. I think I have to spin for it, though. Yeah. So long as I don't hit some smoke, I'm good. We don't want the smoke. And just like that, every single bee on the field is gonna disappear. And that's what these challenges are. I think they're just creative little fights for you to try and come up with creative solutions, or maybe even brute force. But something to note about the game is after every mission, whether that's story, challenge, or quick start, your levels do reset, and that gives this game a bit of a roguelite feel for me. Now this muskrat has 2 HP, so if I can time this right, that consumes one of my crits, but we do kill him in 1 hit. Now let's see, I'm gonna try and make him miss. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the spinner, if you can get the timing down on the spinner, it's obviously very good. Yeah, talk about that. It was like a perfect run. But I did just want to show you folks what a challenge run looks like in this game. And then we're going to go back to the ticket shop with our new stanks here. And I can show you some of the cool stuff that I've purchased. The ticket shop is what I consider to be the real progression of this game. But again, I haven't beaten story. Basically, you can use stanks to buy some one-time use items. You know, heals, crits, shields, even level ups. There are your challenge keys, which I showed before, and then you can exchange your stanks into something called mango tickets. If you save up enough and exchange them in bulk, you get way more value out of that. Now, mango tickets allow you to buy different upgrades for the characters. For Rhubarb here, I've bought the Judge Cape. That just gives him 1 additional max HP right from the start, which I felt was probably really powerful. Outside of that, you know, I can get him Sprint Shoes, Royal Gauntlets, and Royal Scabbard, just basically giving him 1 additional of each stat. That way, he is so much stronger at the start of any mission than he would be otherwise. And you can do that for every character. There's even things like this, like the wrestling shoes prevent movement loss. No effect will ever reduce this character from moving. And then more fun stuff that you can do with mango tickets is in here. Double EXP, double stanks, all kinds of stuff. And then my favorite thing that I was really happy to see, I noticed some of these names here, like plain, mint, banana, and I want to say peanut or nut. And I think in this other game I'm thinking of it was strawberry, not just berry. But obviously, in reference to Earthbound, you can kind of change how the title screen looks. It adds a different flavor. Just like that, Fragrant Story is just a little minty. Yeah, so that has been our quick look with maybe a little bit of a deep dive into the mechanics of the game, Fragrant Story, for you here. I hope you really enjoyed this. I am so happy and so honored to have been given the opportunity to make this video for you all. I hope you really enjoyed. Take care, everyone, and maybe I'll see you around. Bye-bye.